Alright, now I know how to make one drawer box. Let's make 5 more. I'm going to be making 4 drawer boxes 6 inches tall and 2 drawer boxes 8 inches tall. I started by cutting down 8 6-inch strips and 2 8-inch strips on my table saw. Next I used my miter saw to cut down those strips into 20-inch long pieces. I used a small makeshift miter saw station with a small stop so that I didn't have to measure out each board. Next I cut out the dados for the bottom to fit into. This is an example of a dado. It's just a little groove for something to sit in. I started out using this gripper push block, but I kept having to set it down and pick it back up, so I decided to ditch it and just use my hands. I felt safe without it, as I was able to keep my hands pretty far away, but you should do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I also checked the timestamps of the footage during editing, and it took 50% longer to use the push block than it did to just use my hands. After that, it was time to cut out the bottoms. I'm using a different wood from the sides because they were sold out of what I needed at my local Lowe's. It's going in my own house, so I said screw it, and I went with this primed plywood. My table saw can only cut up to 20 inches, and I needed the long side cut at 20.5 inches, so I did that using a circular saw and a guide. Of course, I needed 6 bottoms in total. After getting all of the pieces cut, I then cleaned up the edges with a sanding block. One of the main reasons I decided to do this project at this time was to get some practice using my new paint sprayer. I've never used a paint sprayer before, but I learned a lot about it during this project, and I will share that with you as the video goes on. Alright, and here's my first attempt using the paint sprayer. I feel like I was pretty far away from it. I was also using the wrong nozzle, as I later learned, and then I tried to do them all at once and then flip them over and do them all again, and that did not work. So I'll show you how I did it later on. Alright, so it's the next morning. As you can see, some of them got some buildup on the underside when they're flipped up. So I'm going to sand all this down. They are a little crusty on top too, so I need to sand that down. I think when I do them today, I'm going to spray them, and then I'm going to wipe them off after each spray to get like a little bit of a more even coat. So then I just sanded everything down with 320 grit sandpaper. It wasn't a big deal that I had that buildup because I was going to have to sand everything down anyways, because when you spray a primer on or a finish on, it raises the grain a little bit. So I just sanded everything back down perfectly smooth, and then it was ready to add the next coat. This time I didn't put everything down at once. I just did it in sections so that I didn't have to be standing on top of my material to finish it. And then I wiped everything down with a staining cloth afterwards, just to make sure there wasn't any buildup of or bubbles on the material after I sprayed it down. When that coat dried, I checked it, and the underside was the same problem as before with the buildup. And I think it's because it was laying on the plastic, and that makes sense. So I picked them all up and put some boards underneath them so they wouldn't be laying directly on the plastic. You might be thinking, wow, a smart person probably would have thought of that sooner. I'm not very smart. Alright, and here I am doing the second coat on the second side and still wiping off the excess after each spray. I'm also using the excess poly on the top edge so that the top edge will be sealed. And after another quick sanding, it is time for the third and final coat. For the final coat on the second side, I switched to the different sprayer that has a different nozzle on it, and I was told to do this by the Wagner brand on TikTok. So that was super cool, and it was super helpful. Alright, and you might as well call me Quentin Tarantino, not because I like feet, but because my video is a little bit out of sequence. Before I started painting, I cut down some strips 2 inches wide, and these are going to be used to attach the drawer slides to so that they stick out past the edge of the boxes in my cabinets. After ripping them all down, I cut them all down to 23 inches. While the clear coat was drying, I started working on putting in the drawer slides. I had to put in the spacers first. I put in 2 half-inch spacers on the non-hinge side, and then a half-inch and a 3/4 inch spacer on the hinge side. Yes, it's slightly off being perfectly even, but who cares? After putting in the spacers, I then put in the drawer slides, and I put in some little spacers underneath those so that they would be about 1/4 inch up off of the ground so that they would clear this little front lip that is green. Each one of these lower cabinets had one of these little half shelves in here, and that is where everything went to die, so I cut them out, and I'm very glad that they will be gone and that our cabinets will be much more useful. 2 of the cabinets are going to be like this and have 2 short drawers, and 2 of the cabinets are going to have 2 tall drawers, so you can fit taller items in there. This one's going to be the 2 short drawers. So here I am adding the slides for the upper shelf. And I don't think I need to show you all me repeating those steps a billion times, so I'm just going to fast forward through them. When I was done adding the drawer slides, the finish was finally dry, and after a quick sanding, I could assemble them. Unfortunately, when I tried off camera, the finish had created enough of a buildup that I had to widen the dado. I also had to make the bottom slightly smaller to fit. I used my joiner for that. And finally, it was time for the final assembly. I used wood glue and pin nails to hold everything together. I just put the bottoms into the dado grooves and made sure the corners were even. The last step before putting the drawers into the cabinets was to add the hardware that the drawer slides attach to, and to cut out the grooves on the back for there to be room for the slides to fit. The back of each drawer slide has a hook that goes into a hole in the back of each drawer to keep the drawers from tipping forward. To find the placement of the holes, I would push the drawer in with some force and then drill a hole where the hook indented into the back of the cabinet. I drilled the holes with 3/8" drill bit. And then I just repeated that step for the remaining drawers. Alright, they're all done, and my wife has packed them full of stuff. This is one of the tall ones that can fit the blender in there. The soft clothes and the soft clothes. And these two. She's very happy with these, as I am too. I literally have never cooked in this house. I don't really like cooking at all, but she likes to cook, so I let her. This one's a little bit weird because the gas line's in here, and I'll show you me building that right now. We left this little bottom part here for the pans that she uses. I might make a drawer for that someday, like a really short one, but for now, this works how it is. All right, y'all, thanks for building with me. I had a lot of fun on this project. I learned a lot of new skills, so that was fun. But from now on, I'm doing even more fun projects for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna be building signs and props and sculptures and things like that. Now that I finally have most of the house stuff done and I have the full workshop built, so I'm just gonna be working on projects in the shop along those lines of things that I wanna build. So make sure you stick around and watch those. I did recently get monetized, so if this is your first video you've seen, or if you haven't seen all my videos, go watch all my other videos. I made a lot of videos, me making this French cleat wall in the back here, been making these flip-up benches. I made a CNC that's right above there. So yeah, go check those out. If you like this video, you might like my screened in porch video or my garden boxes video. So go check everything out, and I appreciate you guys watching me build. Bye.